What's up?
Not much. I look like a potato.
I don't know about that. I mean,
I just got home from work.
I love potatoes.
potatoes are good.
Yes.
We had potatoes.
I felt like for my whole life, from the ages of 0 to 27, I was living in a potato famine.
Oh, but then you found your potato.
And I found a potato.
Oh, I'm the potato.
Favorite way you prepare a potato, Anna? Go.
Mashed potatoes.
Yeah?
French fries.
I'd probably have to go French fries, though. So, not to bring the mood down or anything, but the day after my grandpa died, so this was like, what was that, 2 weeks ago? Or no, that was last week. My parents were at my house, and I made steak on the grill for my mom and my dad, and then my mom made potatoes, and she bought potatoes, diced them, put them in a pan with butter, garlic, parsley.
Yeah.
And they were so fucking good. They were just sliced fried potatoes. They were
she made breakfast potatoes.
Oh, they were so fucking good, dude. Oh my god. That might be the way. And then we had mushrooms too, and it was just like mwah. It was beautiful.
Anna, what is your favorite thing that I cook?
Ooh.
Oh, that's tough.
You have to be more specific than chicken.
Right. Well, it's not chicken because Nick doesn't have a meat thermometer. Nick doesn't believe in meat thermometers.
Okay,
so
you're a disgusting person.
You're about to insinuate that I've fed you raw chicken. And then
No. I'm about to insinuate that you do the opposite and you cook the shit out of the chicken.
Because I would rather not feed you raw chicken.
And it's dry sometimes.
Yeah, that's no good, Nick.
He's gotten better.
It's dry because we cook it. It's dry because we meal prep and we cook it. And then we put it all in containers and put it in the fridge. And then when you reheat it in the microwave, it gets dried out.
Yeah, I guess.
It's also dry because Nick cooks
3 points.
I would say that's a 2-pointer. I don't know about 3. Maybe a 3.
Anyway,
I like this.
Favorite thing that Nick cooks. Oh, like, why is that? I feel like there's
there's just so many options.
No, it's the pasta. He cooks this pasta, and it's like ground bison, bacon, spinach with vodka sauce, and pasta. And he didn't create this. Don't think he's a genius or like whatever. But he used to I will give him credit where credit is due. He is very much more adventurous in the kitchen than I am. I just like when I grew up in my house, I feel like I hear myself over in the when I grew up, my mom would be like, "Here, peel this potato." And I would say, "Okay." And then I would start to peel the potato.
You said, "I can't, they're my kind." Anyway, go on.
And then I would say, "Okay, sure. Like, here, let me peel the potato." And then I would start to peel the potato. And then she would say, "Don't peel a potato like that. Peel it like this." And then she would peel every potato. And and then she would continue to peel every potato and like not let me continue what my job was. And then it was very much like her kitchen, no one touched it.
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna say mine was similar. My parents just like didn't let me in the kitchen. But you're the oldest, right, Anna?
Yes.
Of 3?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the youngest of 4, so I think by the time I got in there, my parents were like, "Just get the fuck out of the way." Yeah. But also, we grew up not poor, but not. We ate a lot of
dinners every night.
We ate a lot of pancakes. I'll just say that. And my dad actually was the one that did most of the cooking because for most of my childhood, my mom worked 3rd shift. So she would wake up around dinner time, eat dinner with us, and go to work. And then she'd get home from work when we were getting up for breakfast and going to school. So my dad did most of the cooking, and it was a lot of easy stuff that is also awesome. So pasta, a lot of pasta, a lot of spaghetti,
chicken fingers.
Yeah, honestly, like oven chicken and fries for sure, but like pancakes, pasta, sloppy joes, tacos, like a lot of that type of stuff, and then PB&J's, baby, all day long for
Love
lunch.
PB&J. See, that's gonna be me. Like Nick is gonna be like the good cook, where it's like cooking the healthy stuff, like whatever. And then they're gonna be like, "Oh, mom's cooking tonight. We're gonna have like ice cream for dinner." Like I just think that the kitchen. I think that there are people. I don't know what it is or why this is, but I just think that there are people who have like good luck in the kitchen and like can cook well, and then there's like people who just like cannot. Like there, it just doesn't resonate, and I am not one of those people.
I think it also comes from a place of, and maybe this is me just being crazy, but we were talking about kids and stuff earlier, is that I hated cooking until Ellie was born. And then I found out that me cooking dinner and making dinner for Ellie and Maggie was just one extra way that I could help. And also that I wasn't that bad at it, that I was actually pretty decent at it. Now, I can't make everything. Like I'm very limited. Like you throw me a piece of meat, like I can make it pretty good for you. But like if you wanted me to like make a lasagna and you gave me a recipe, like I could probably make it happen, but it would be probably not the greatest thing on the planet. But it's like a fulfillment thing of like, it's like a chore that needs to be done, but at the end of the journey is a delicious meal. And
yeah,
so
I'm exhausted over.
No, because the journey ends when you've cleaned the kitchen, and that's after the meal.
And that has turned into a group effort. It won't be like that forever. I acknowledge that, but Ellie enjoys standing there, opening and closing the dishwasher, because I just say, "Do you want to come help Papa?" And she goes, "Hell," and I go, "Yeah, come help." And then she comes and stands there and opens and closes it. And I would say 80% of the time it's cute as hell, and then 20% of the time I'm like, "Get the fuck out of my way, you small infant child." But for the 80% that it's cute, it's fun. Like, get out of the kitchen.
Yeah, that's what Nick says to me.
Get out of the kitchen, Ron.
Nick, where does your like cooking come from?
Eat off the table.
But where does your like cooking skill come from?
So it's just very funny to hear you say that, because if anyone I knew in college heard you say that, they would be laughing their ass off. Call Paul right now. Tell him you just asked me where my cooking skill comes from, and he never stopped laughing.
You said Paul, is that what you said?
Yeah. He knew. God. So my cooking skill came out of necessity, because I moved to California and no longer had a meal plan, and I didn't want to eat out every night. So I got a Costco membership, and I went and it was the first thing I made was stuffed peppers. And I remember because my dad used to make stuffed peppers, and I'm pretty sure
you do make good stuffed peppers.
Pretty sure he just bought the Costco one. So I was like, I can make stuffed peppers. What do you stuff it with? I'm also kind of lazy. So maybe there's a little bit of luck, because I don't like to look up recipes. So I was just like, I like this and this and this, so I'll put it all in the peppers. So I made like ground beef, seasoned it with the seasonings I thought you were supposed to use: your garlic pepper, your salt, your pepper, garlic powder, not garlic.
You burned the garlic powder, didn't you?
The occasional parsley, thyme, like the green ones that like.
It was all burnt crap, huh?
No. It was actually fine. But here's what I did: I cooked that, and then I cooked a pot of rice. And rice took me a while. The instructions are on the bag, but it took me a while. And what I did is I took the ground beef and I put it in a big bowl, and I put the rice and I put it in a big bowl. And can you hear me? I'm frozen.
No, you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, great. And then I took about a half a bag of shredded cheese and threw it in the bowl while it was all still hot. And I mixed it all around for a while. I think I might have put some onions in there too, like diced, like chopped up some onions.
This is already more adventurous than anything I've done.
And I cut the pepper, the tops off. I stuck it in the thing, and I had a pan with like raised edges, so I like kind of leaned the peppers up against the thing, but I still had half of the batch of stuffing. So I ate it all while the peppers cooked. And anyway, the peppers came out. They were fine. They were good. I ate them. They definitely weren't good for you. It was literally just rice and meat and cheese in a pepper. And then I just started getting more creative with it. It was fun. And now I kind of like to cook, which is weird.
cooking is fun, but I like the simplicity in it. So like I would rather make something, which again, it's not the healthy way to do it, but I would rather make something really fucking delicious and tasty once a week and then do like prepared healthy meals the other 6 days. Than cook something healthy every 7 days. That sounds fucking terrible and long and strenuous. But if once a week I could make Maggie and Ellie just like a fucking killer grilled cheese, like we're talking just like epic, right?
Okay.
I feel way more accomplished in that than being like, here's this like stuffed pepper. It didn't really turn out that well, but I tried because I don't trust myself to do that. I do not. Like I don't think I could do it well. And there's too many moving parts. Like what you just described to me gave me anxiety.
There were 4 parts.
Nick is very good at like multitasking in the kitchen, which I am not. Many a times he has come home and I've been like, I'm gonna surprise Nick with dinner tonight. And then he walks in the door and I'm like in tears. And like there's like so many dishes everywhere. And I'm like, I wanted to do this and I needed to do this. And he's like, okay, and he just puts his work back down and just like takes over.
And
as
then I
shrivel
cry because
in the
now I
corner
have a
and
job.
cry.
Now I have inherited more work and no food.
Food really is though like a love language, isn't it? Like it, like I feel like there's going out to eat like a romantic dinner, like with your spouse, your significant other, your partner. Is a good thing to do at least once a month, if not more. If you can afford it, do it more. But going out for, and it doesn't need to be a fancy restaurant, just needs to be something like for the two of you together. But there's something about preparing a meal for someone when they didn't ask for it. And it wasn't like out of necessity in the sense of like, like Maggie will call me and be like, what are we going to eat tonight? Oh, we'll figure it out. And then I have something planned that's ready to go. And that's like, there's something about that. And it goes both ways. Like there have been times where like, she knows I'm having a bad day and I come home and like, she just ordered me a pizza. She didn't even need to make it. And it was just like, fuck, like, I love you. This is incredible. It's something about food that just like, or like, but for her, like it was, I think my Christmas gift to her this year was the day before Christmas Eve. So the 23rd. She had a really bad day at work and we were just going to order pizza. So I told her I was just going to go pick it up. But instead I went to the store and I bought scallops and shrimp and sirloins and mushrooms. And we did a surf and turf and it was awesome. That was the most complicated I've ever
It was
done.
what, Tim?
Surf and turf.
No. How did you describe it?
It was a surf and turf.
It was awesome.
How was it?
Oh, it was awesome. Is that what I said?
Yeah, that was the most Wisconsin I've ever heard you talk.
It was awesome. Is that what I said? Oh, fuck. I'll have to go back and listen to it.
It was very pronounced.
It was big.
Yeah. But yeah, cooking's fun. I totally forgot. So like that was like my second venture in cooking. My first one was I got to San Diego and I told all the people in my class and stuff that I didn't know how to boil pasta. And I became the like
Wait, whoa. How old were you?
22.
What do you mean you don't know how to boil pasta? Isn't it just common sense?
You think?
You never
Wait,
made
you
ramen?
didn't know how to boil pasta?
I knew how to boil
too.
pasta. I was exaggerating for dramatic effect, but that was pretty much all I knew how to do. And in college,
Oh, you're such a pick-me.
In college, it was a strenuous learning thing. But anyway, everyone knew that. And there was my neighbor who lived like 2 or 3. He was in a program. But everyone knew him and they were kind of like, you should show Nick how to cook. So he like came over once and I made like beef tips with quinoa. Actually, that's where I first had quinoa.
Don't like
and mushrooms and a bunch of seasonings. It was fine, but then I was like, okay, I can do simpler shit. Anyway, that was cooking.